Now I'd like to turn the presentation back over to Kathy for our final comments and conclusions.
Thank you, Suzanne, and thank you, everyone, for really, really great tips and descriptions of these various formats. We were going to take a little time now to discuss some final questions across the presenters today, and I'm going to kick it off with one question. Both Suzanne and Judy talked about bringing handouts for participants, Judy in the workshop format and Suzanne in roundtable. And I guess I'd like to throw it out to the other presenters, because people always ask me, well, should I bring a handout? Should I bring a copy of PowerPoint slides? Should I bring a summary? And if yes, how many should I bring? Do any of you have words of wisdom for that question?
This is Karen, and I talked about the posters, and as I was wrapping up, I realized I had not mentioned the handouts, and I think especially when you're doing a poster, it is very important to have handouts. There might be 50 posters that are being presented all at the same time, and people may get involved in a conversation with one person and then rush through the rest of the posters to try to glean some information from the others. Therefore, I would recommend you always bring handouts that give a summary of what it is you presented along with your contact information so that people can contact you for more information if they would like to do that. So I usually bring about 50 or so handouts, and then I always make sure I'm ready with a sign-up sheet in case there are more individuals who would like the information, and then I can email it to them if they give me their information.
How about you, Jeff? What do you think about paper sessions?
You know, I've seen handouts used very effectively, and I've also seen them used not very effectively to try and squeeze your study onto a front and back paper, you know, a single sheet of paper front and back is not very effective. I think really what people come to the poster sessions for are, you know, finding out what are the new findings and what's really interesting and how do the findings really push the field forward. And if you can put that on a handout, you know, that might be effective.
I agree, Jeff. I think it would be similar with the symposium in that maybe some just, you know, almost like an abstract of what your work is, and if you wanted maybe some key citations of pertinent literature that's related, and then again, I think contact information for people to follow up. I know some people do like to leave with some kind of a paper in hand so that they can go back and really think about it and maybe follow up with the presenter. But I agree with you. I think just copies of PowerPoint slides, while it may feel good to have those in the session. I mean, we've all been students in classes, and people do maybe take notes that way. When you leave, sometimes it's hard to remember exactly what that slide represented, and so having something with a little more meat in it, I thoroughly agree with you on that.